Forestry's been here for 100 years, still going strong. We got good people, good innovation, healthy forests, well-managed forests. It's important for jobs.
I've had a license me this April coming, it'll be 45 years. Started in the bush working with my dad with horses, undo the chain and take it back to him and we'd skid more wood out. I was, well, I'd be 6 years old, 7 years old, I guess, so I've been there for a while.
We have to find a balance between what they call the three pillars of sustainability, which is the environmental, the social, and the economic. So it's really a balancing act of those three.
We're always looking for talented individual, motivated individual. The younger generation is learning from the older guys that have been doing this for 25, 30 years.
Again, in a forestry right now, the opportunities that present themselves to you, there's not enough people to fill the jobs that are out there. So whatever path you want to go into, you can jump in there pretty quick.
I'm a forester with Georgia Pacific in Englehart, Ontario. I was hired on immediately after graduating from Lakehead University with a Bachelor of Science in Forestry. Majority of our wood is trembling aspen, poplar. We also take white birch and balsam poplar.
The starting point, any wood that gets cut on Crown land, there has to be a plan in place for it. We are in the midst of doing our draft plan, and this is one of the products we produce, which is showing areas that are planned for harvest and then assigning different companies to those areas.
Forest, it tends to be a lot of mixed wood. The conifer we cut goes to local sawmills.
The type of trees growing in a certain area in a certain block will dictate which shareholder that block is assigned to.
You can't start a block without doing a pre-op. The big advantage to that is we review the blocks and we'll look at all the areas of concern. We discuss what the prescription is. We'll look at the road use management strategies, discuss who has to do what. It sets responsibilities for, and the example would be signage.
So to keep our certifications and our license and be able to keep cutting wood, you have to be sustainable.
It's a 3-year process just to write a forest management plan. A lot of people don't recognize that.
We have to consult with the public, mining and mineral exploration, trappers, anglers and hunters, local business, municipalities, environmental groups. There's a forum where that group sits and they meet every month.
On the environmental side of things, there's a lot of areas of concern. It could be from stick nests to creeks, rivers, lakes. Everybody's conscientious about the activities now, and we've evolved a lot.
We process in the bush. We leave all of the tops, the waste, the branches, the limbs left out there to decompose, contribute back into the mineral soils there for future forests. Every block that we cut, we renew.
Forests have been burning for years, and that's a natural process. So we have to try to emulate that as much as possible to ensure that the health of the forest, when it does renew, is there for their future generations.
As you can see, there's still many trees left standing. Come back in a couple of years, this will all be planted and regrown.
I know from a compliance perspective on the Temiskaming Forest, we have an absolute excellent record when it comes to compliance.
Ultimately, we want to find a balance between making sure that the mills get the volume they need, and we're also meeting the habitat needs and the forest condition that we want to achieve.
So the orange is an indicator for us in the forest operations that you can perform modified operations. They're protecting that water feature. So 15 meters is the AOC. Within that AOC, you can't have any new roads, new aggregates, and you can't have any site disturbance, any significant site disturbance.
There's an inspection process. So there's verified, certified inspectors that come out and verify you've done everything properly in the block.
After harvest is done, then we take pictures of that area and we georeference them, so we place them in the real world location in GIS.
Currently I'm working on the last changes, 2019, last year's data, but in 2020 it's moved there, so we're just going to shift those points to the new location.
you are using this product at one point or another in our lives, whether it's for a home building material, sanitary material.
The medication, paper packaging, it's in absolutely everything.
Within the mill, we're always looking for skilled trades, laborers, engineers. It's not all in the bush. There's a lot of folks that we need on computers, giving us our FRI information, running models for new plans, creating maps. It's rewarding work. I think there's lots of opportunity.
We have to ensure that the forest, once we're done harvesting it, comes back in a healthier way than it was when we came here.
If you love the bush, I mean, it's a great job for anyone. Hey, I couldn't be happier.
I tried working inside a couple times. That lasted about long enough to get 1 week's pay in, and that was it. I was gone.
One of my professors once said that replacing what you take is the essence of forestry, emulating Mother Nature, and part of that requires some intervention from us in terms of tree planting. In other cases, it's just keeping a watchful eye on it.